The process is very simple in the jaggery making. You just have the sugarcane juice and you evaporate it, resulting into the jaggery. Traditionally, these plants are basically designed by the local artisans, and so they were not keen to change the entire design of the systems. From not only in Uttarakhand, UP, but from Maharashtra, from Punjab, the farmers from rest of the parts of India also have learned about this jaggery making plant, and they are keen to change their existing system.
And is it true that, like Dr. Anjan was mentioning, that now the black smoke has turned into white and the workers are now enjoying being in the plant because the smell is so good?
Yeah, definitely, because
Welcome back to another amazing episode of the Clampreneur Show. This episode is in collaboration with CSIR Indian Institute of Petroleum. In this collaboration, you would see a series of 8 episodes featuring eminent scientists from CSIR-IIP who are actively working to build an Atmanirbhar Bharat while decarbonizing India's energy footprint. On today's episode, we are speaking with Mr. Pankaj and Dr. GD Thakre on how they have actually made our Gur Bhattis more sustainable. And while doing that, they have also empowered the local community. They are also empowering one of the India's prominent cottage industries, the gur making industry. I hope you enjoy the conversation. While you do that, please do follow the Clientpreneur Show. So, welcome Pankaj ji and welcome GD Thakre sir on the Clientpreneur Show. Actually, आपके ऑफिस में हम आपको ही वेलकम कर रहे हैं इस
thank you,
पॉडकास्ट
thanks a
पे.
lot.
And like before we begin, like I genuinely would like to give you a special thank you, like for organizing and for managing all these episodes so well. And I believe सबको पसंद आने वाला है. So thank you for taking all the efforts and for taking all the hard
Thank you.
work to do
Definitely,
that.
it had been our pleasure that you people are here and hosting for you. Uh, but rather you are providing us a platform to showcase our technologies, our process and products to the people. So thanks a lot for that.
थैंक यू सो मच. तो अभी हम लोग एक बहुत ही मेजर इंडस्ट्री के बारे में बात करेंगे और कैसे आपने उस इंडस्ट्री को ट्रांसफॉर्म कर दिया है, द गुड मेकिंग इंडस्ट्री ऑफ इंडिया. सो लाइक प्लीज़ बताओ कि क्या किया आपने और क्यों आप इस इंडस्ट्री में आपने स्टार्ट करा.
Yeah, actually, the purpose of scientists in India, as the Pradhan Mantri ji is also saying, that scientist is not something who is to do the high-end research or the rocket science sitting in the laboratory. But whatever he is doing, that should be beneficial to the common man at the grassroots levels. We do our research and R&D in our laboratory in a specified domain of engineering or scientific subjects. But whatever we do, that has the end result should be coming to the people, the common man of India. So this intervention that we had done in jaggery making is also of the same kind. So good or the jaggery is the natural sweetener, and we had been traditionally using it in our day-to-day life, specifically in northern India, where everybody consumes good, whether it will be tea or some making sweets or other things. But this industry, with the ages or with the time, is suffering from the effects of, say for example, the pollution control. The national green tribunals, they have got a very stringent norms these days, and these jaggery making plants are one of the most polluting entities these days in northern India. So we attempted to do some scientific interventions without changing the overall look of the jaggery making plant. But what technical interventions we have done it in such a way that the pollution of the unit gets reduced, the quality of the good gets enhanced, the fuel consumption gets reduced, and the overall life of the people surviving on that particular industry gets enhanced. So overall, it was like to do something for the people with the knowledge or scientific knowledge or background that we have. So that's why we moved on to this particular aspect of jaggery making.
So Pankaj ji, would you like to tell that what exactly are you doing in this plant?
Uh, this plant has been completely redesigned based on the requirement of the heat energy of the process. And as sir mentioned that whatever interventions we have made to these plants, these are very low cost and very simple technical interventions. And this has resulted into very good results. And what we have done, we have basically improved the combustion of the fuel in the furnace. We have changed the design of the furnace also. so that the heat energy which is generated by the combustion of the fuel is basically the bagasse, the leftover part of the sugarcane. After extracting the juice, whatever leftover part is there, the farmers basically dry it and then use it as fuel in the furnace. So the heat energy which is generated after combustion of the bagasse was not properly transferring into the boiling pans. Basically, the sugarcane juice is boiled off in large boiling pans. So we redesigned the system so that the heat transfer efficiency improves, so that the heat energy actually goes more into the process. So this has resulted into the enhancement in the daily production capacity of these plants. So earlier it was like 1 ton per day the production of the jaggery, but now it has increased by 15%. So you can say that in the same labor cost, in the same operating cost, now they are getting benefit of 15% additional production. And at the same time, as we have put in fire grate in the system. So the fire gate, what it does, it gives a good platform for the fuel to burn completely, as it induces the secondary air into the system. And also we have improved the design of the chimney. So the function of the chimney is basically to create a draft inside the system or inside the furnace. So it is basically a kind of you can say a natural draft. So we are creating a natural draft into the furnace system. So we have based on the dimensions and based on the requirement of the air, we have redesigned the height and shape of the chimney, and we have also provided air dampers in the chimney. Because what happens that sometimes the quality of the fuel, basically the fuel is not properly dried, means the bagasse is not dried properly. So in that condition, to improve its condition, basically to evaporate the moisture, we need more air into the system. So with the help of these dampers, we can actually regulate the flow of air inside the furnace. So with the help of these small interventions, we have actually improved its design. And also in some cases, we have used these fire bricks also as material of construction, because the fire bricks has very high means low thermal conductivity, so it reduces or stops the heat losses which were earlier going into the surroundings. So with these interventions, the overall thermal efficiency of these plants has improved, and this has resulted into the saving of fuel also. Like 25% of the bagasse they are now saving, and this saved bagasse is now being used into other applications in other industries. So it has also has some value, like 2 rupee per kg they are selling. So it is indirectly adding to the benefit of the farmers. So in this way, these small interventions made up by CSIR-IIP has resulted into the benefit or more profitability of the farmers.
The entire thing is that we are trying to utilize whatever heat is generated in the furnace. Okay? The heat is not lost to the surroundings. The process is very simple in the jaggery making. You just have the sugarcane juice and you evaporate it, resulting into the jaggery. So whatever heat is developed in the system or the furnace that we have, so it is properly utilized for evaporating that particular moisture from that juice. So the temperature coming out of the chimney is also reduced. So as a result, you have like lesser consumption of fuel and greater productivity from the plant. Now, the interventions are very simple. They sound very simple to the people, but yeah, has really worked miracles in this field. Traditionally, all these plants are basically designed by the local artisans, and so they were not keen to change the entire design of the system. If we go for a high-end some scientific furnace designs or high-end jaggery making plants, so people would have not accepted it as such. So we have tried to keep the overall picture of the plant same as the traditional one, but yeah, induce some technical interferences which a scientist or an engineer can understand, and resulting into the end results. So in India, we have different types of jaggery making plants: a single pan bhatti or 2 pan, 3 pan, 4 pan. So in our case, we have gone for like 3 pans and 4 pan jaggery making units. If you go keep on increasing the pans, the whatever heat is developed in the system is properly utilized for jaggery making. So like in so far we have in last year we have completed 60th bhatti installation of the 60th bhatti. So we hope like we'll be going further this year, add on more to the numbers. And farmers are keen to change over from the traditional methods of jaggery making to the improved versions. The learned farmers are coming to us for changes, and acceptance of this is quite clear from their whatever we are interacting with them. Uh, Recently, we have seen that many people from not only in Uttarakhand, UP, but from Maharashtra, from Punjab, the farmers from rest of the parts of India also have learned about this jaggery making plant, and they are keen to change their existing system with the new or version of ours.
And is it true that, like Dr. Anjan was mentioning, that now the black smoke has turned into white and the workers are now enjoying being in the plant because the smell is so good?
Yeah, definitely. Because I also my test buds get activated whenever I travel across the road from Dehradun, Delhi, and we have so many plants situated or located adjacent to the roads. And in the season, definitely they smell so good that you really like to taste them. Jaggery as such is very good for taste and health, but the environment is not that hygienic or not that conducive for the people working there and the people producing that jaggery. So shifting over to this plant, the improved version of jaggery making definitely will improve, or rather has enhanced the life of the people, because ultimately it's the people who are working there. They crush the sugarcane, they evaporate the juices, leading to the jaggery. Even the sun drying of the bagasse is a typical task, because after crushing, what we end up with is with the bagasse that is spread all around the field so that it gets dried quickly. If it gets dried properly, you the calorific value gets enhanced. If it has got moisture remaining in it, the calorific value of the bagasse will be slightly poor, and the resulting smoke also will be quite dark. So it's totally a play of air and fuel inside the furnace. And we have made a comparison, because in one of our jaggery making units in Meerut, we had done the comparison where one of the bhatti was the modified version of ours design, and the two remaining were the existing old versions. And the demarcation is pretty clear. The one with our design was literally emitting no smoke or very minor amount of white smoke. The rest others were like just giving the black smoke full of soot particles and other particulate matters which are harmful for the human beings.
And I think it has like a huge impact on the overall industry. Like we also like witness this somewhere, that we see these like big carts with people coming from villages selling their like in Delhi also we see this. And I think that from the bhatti to the person selling it, the entire value chain, like the entire supply chain, is getting value out of it. And even the end consumer, would you say the good is also becoming more healthier?
Yeah. In that case, there is a regulation from FSSAI, okay, the branding from FSSAI. So they too are asking for a process, a proper protocol. And the traditional designs don't have any particular protocol or process. So the new or improved design that what we are proposing and we have proposed has got easy acceptance from FSSAI. So the farmers who have shifted to our designs, they have got now this branding from FSSAI. Some of the farmers who are using our technology, they are also exporting this good to the foreign countries. So some of them are even branding them as the organic good, which has got a very high value. Rather, you can say the normal jaggery, which is being sold at 30 to 60 rupee per kg, the organic jaggery is now being sold at almost like 200 to 250 rupee per kg. So the value addition is tremendous in that
I
case.
think my taste buds are already activated and I feel like tasting the good already. Like I was actually going to come on the organic jaggery part. So this is like, would you define this as organic jaggery?
No, not exactly, because for organic jaggery, the entire the feed, which is the sugar cane, it has to be organic, and may producing or cultivating organic sugarcane is it is a time taking process, because you need 2-3 years for your land to become free from all the chemicals and the urea and other fertilizers that you have used. So it is a long process, but yeah, nowadays there are few progressive farmers who are working very aggressively in this direction, and whatever they are cultivating, whatever they are producing is entirely organic, but the quantity is very low. So there are very few farmers who are producing organic jaggery, and we have 2 or 3 such farmers who are associated with us, and who have adopted our technology, and they are making organic jaggery. And most of these organic jaggery they are exporting to other countries and getting very good value.
Harris, do you feel that there's a huge potential in India's cottage industries when we are talking about, say, our net zero goals, when we're talking about the bigger climate action goals? So, what, according to you, like, how does these cottage industries play a role in that?
Yeah, cottage industries, like these are the something which are nested or nestled in almost every nook and corner of India. Okay? The common people are directly involved and interact with these cottage industries. So if they get a chance to develop or grow up, definitely the entire economy of the country as a whole will be improved. So if we focus on the cottage industries, be it is as MSMEs or through the clusters and whatever the government programs that are coming up, like one district, one product, and various other programs. So definitely they are pushing the cottage industries, because each and every household, when they are strengthened, definitely the entire economy and the society as a whole will be strengthened. So definitely this is going to make a big impact.
And where can our viewers and listeners like taste the good from your Gur Bhatti? Like, is there an identification?
Yeah, yeah, definitely the goods are not branded in that way, but some of like Dhampur
Dhampur
industries, specialty
specialty
sugars, they're quite a big name, and you can find their product all over India. Apart from this, even not like I won't say like go for like a specialized brands, but uh, the one which are chemical free, they're good. Even you can go for the chemical free good. That's much healthier and also tastes good. Even though that may not look that pretty in its appearance, but definitely one should go for the organic or the chemical free jaggery for their use.
And when you like, I feel that other element is that when you consume the jaggery, you like, you also get that sense of, that okay, the jaggery that's coming, it's empowering the people there, and it's also empowering the environment in a way.
Yes, yes, definitely. Various health reasons have shifted the tastes, or you can say the consumption pattern of the common people towards organic and natural things now. So people are not using refined sugars much nowadays. They are shifting more towards the organic and natural things. So in that way, jaggery is a natural sweetener. So definitely this market will grow in the coming future, and there will be a huge demand of such natural sweeteners in the.
And do you also feel that, just one thing here, that because I feel the sector is unorganized, like there are so many good bhattis all across India. So can this sector be organized, or maybe in a way that the people are actually taking the good from the good bhattis, they can also have that account where is there good bhatti, for example, does the good bhatti have the designs that you are offering? So do you feel that that could somewhere accelerate, and all the good bhattis could be, say, with your technological interventions?
I won't rather say that sector is not organized. Definitely, there is an organization that exists between the good manufacturers. You have good manufacturer association in the different districts or the divisions of the state, and they are well connected with each other, and they are keen about the government policies which will be helping or leveraging the income of the jaggery making people. So definitely there are such thing, but yeah, what lags is that the marketing, the branding, and the packaging, which these people they suffer from. But these days, definitely the learned farmers they are come up with different shapes and sizes of the jaggery, The packaging is really very pretty and beautiful. You can even give it as a gift hamper to your friends or relatives. So it's coming in that way. So definitely the improvements are there. It may take some time, but definitely it will penetrate in the market.
Thank you so much for being with us, and thank you for playing a transformative role in boosting one of the India's very important industry. So thank you for doing this, and thank you for being with us here today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.